Me being a pretty big molder in this game for the past year now really gave me a lot of opportunities to see the good, bad, and very questionable boss designs for Nikke. But among them all, there were just some that makes me want to go.
I'm going to kill each and every one of you. The only disappointment in it for me is that I only get to do it once.
Today, I got 4 bosses that really pisses me off. Let's just get to it. To start off this list, we got none other than this boss itself. This boss easily joins the ranks of the being's most elite forces due to one thing alone. In case you haven't realized it by now, let's just do a little bit of trivia before I outright tell you. What do you do against an enemy that pierces through cover and one-shots you no matter what? What do you do? Go on, think about it. I'll give you some time. Trick fucking question, because no matter what you do, one of your Nikkes are gonna die. So either you gotta thug it out, or you reset, or use Rapunzel. The main problem and the thing that you're going to be seeing with a lot of these bosses I'm going to mention is just sometimes there's no counterplay to the situation given. And you can just call it a skill shit if you want, but all the lowest clear says the exact same thing. So I highly doubt it. After a certain point, it feels like you're just playing pretend with a kid, and every time you come up with something reasonable, they hit you with the, well, no, my attack can go through that since. Like, shit, come on, Timmy. Moving on. I feel like at least with this fight, molders and story enjoyers alike can at least give a nod of approval to saying this fight sucks on multiple angles. I guess I'll start off with story first. We decided to track down Leviathan, which is, quite frankly, my least favorite of the 4 beasts. And then she proceeded to, you guessed it, prove why she's my least favorite of the 4 beasts. I might get hate for this, and you can feel free to do that if you want, but this fight just feels forced. I'm not gonna get into too much here, so I'm just gonna leave you guys off with this. This boss just feels kinda lazy, if I'm being real. Let's just take a look at the moveset, shall we? We start off with a combination of bubbles and beams from its necks and eyes repeatedly, while he's doing the Cupid shuffle. I'm not gonna lie though, he is hitting that shit though. Next we have the first AoE move. After we get an elemental shield QTE, then we get a screen QTE. When we get out of that, they do the mechanic that they showed us in chapter 35, which is basically duplication. And here comes the fun part. All 3 of them will throw out bubbles and beams until you kill the clones. After you deal with that, he does the same move again. That's strange, but it's okay. It's just to check to see if you did the mechanic correct. Surely the next move is going to be more interesting. And he's putting up another shield again. Well, what about another screen QT? You see where I'm getting at? After a pretty strong start to this boss, he just ends up repeating itself over and over and over again. Also, while we're on that topic, this spin attack is easily one of the dumbest things next to being asked which side is 50 to a 50-50 chance. Because tell me why the fuck does it do so much damage even if I didn't get hit by anything? What? I'ma say this outright. I love Cinderella, but the shit I had to endure to get up to this point has to be worse than Sisyphus rolling up his fucking boulder. They really had me fighting for my life in story and in gameplay. At a point, it feels like they were just trying to show just a fraction of what Grave went through for the past 70 years. And while we're on that topic, how the fuck did Grave get her coffin back and escape Nihilister? Anyway, this run just tops off the amount of shit that we had to endure with a pretty nice bow. Except this bow is replaced with a fucking yield sign. Because unless you got enough attack, you aren't going nowhere. Most of his attacks are easy at the first part, Just some simple attacks here and there that you just gotta dodge, but after you go through the QTE screen, this boss goes from a 1 to a 10 in bullshit. Because for his next trick, this enemy pulls out not 1, not 2, but 4 layers of defense out of his hat. Well, you can always break it if you deal enough damage through the already high defense and break the slipper. Oh, did I forget to mention that you only have 1 shot at this, by the way? Now, you might be thinking, Matt, this boss seems like utter cancer to fight against. There can't be any boss worse than this. Oh, but there is, buddy. There is actually something far worse that comes to mind. But before that, since I want to artificially increase my video watch hours for no reason at all, I'm gonna just do some very stupid honorable mentions. Why? Because I just feel like it. Material H used to be a very horrible boss to fight off against since her turrets were just hard to see and would just 3-tap you if you didn't handle it in like 5 seconds. But as far as I know from Solar Raids, Hard Mode, and Tribe Tower stages, that got fixed by adding cancel rings, so I'm not going to be complaining too much about that. Next up, we got this fuck on the list. This one isn't a boss and just gets countered by distributed damage, but he's just annoying as hell, so I just wanted to say fuck this enemy in particular. Last one are the farters. This one technically is a boss in some campaign stages, and I swear if we put like 3 to 4 of these against like the queen at 40% deficit, she would not stand a chance. Yeah, I think I wasted enough time. Subscribe, like the video, share, and I think I'll just move on now. Okay? Okay. Yep. Mother Whale is easily the worst creation the Queen has made. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the second reason why humanity had to retreat to the Ark was because of this fucking whale right here. Y'all might disagree with me that this boss is that bad, but this is one of, if not the only boss that got nerfed in the story. So, yeah, you guys might be wrong on this one, Chief. This is the first big challenge in terms of actual mechanics, and genuinely, I don't understand why they dropped this boss so early into the game. In case y'all don't remember how this boss was moving, we're gonna walk through this together. While I'm saying this, remember this is an early game boss, so your character units aren't even developed like that. Not even 5 seconds into the fight, this boss already starts throwing out 3 barrages of balls that will debuff you if you get hit. Literally before the balls has a chance of fully resolving at you, he already starts casting something else to hit you with. Because who said you're allowed to rest? Now, the boss will continue your suffering with 3 waves of mobs with hit count defense. And let's get something out of the way here. These mobs hurt. You need to get rid of these little shits fast, or it's very unlikely you're gonna make it without 1 death at least. Anyway, after you finish the 3rd wave, or don't, this big body built ass clanker decides it doesn't know the definition of personal space and charges at you. Now here comes the fun part. Now he throws a wave of mobs that you have to invul, taunt, or try to out-heal, because this wave will... Yeah, no, this is becoming a rant at this point. Anyway, you guys might be wondering, damn, what pissed this man off to make this video? Something must have made him upset. And you're right. Tell me why the fuck Behemoth has nearly 6,000 bars of HP. Like, I hate this stupid fucking cow, man.